Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my hashtag Team Project Pan update. Now, I have 4 empties, but I'm going to do something kind of weird this month. I'm not actually going to add anything in, and that is because I have a Project Pan Roulette intro coming up soon, hopefully. If that is still going on this year, I'm not entirely sure, but if it is, I want to make sure that I can add things in that fit the prompts that I roll up. So I figured, you know what, let me just not add anything right here. And then next month, anything that I haven't filled the slot for in another project, I will add back in, plus, you know, any empties I finish next month. So I'll just hit the empties when I hit them in the list, but, you know, 4 empties are coming. So starting with primer, I have my Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. Making pretty steady progress with this one. I do have to kind of like clean it a little bit because it tends to stick to the sides, but that is what it looks like in the middle basically. But its weight went from 93.7 grams to 88.8, which is about a 5 gram, a little less than last month, but had a hurricane, so can't do nothing about that. Next is something else I thought I'd be a little further on, and it is for my foundation. It's the Ordinary Coverage Foundation, the high coverage formula, which I still add stuff to make it even higher coverage. Here are my marks. I'm actually hoping to finish this by the next update, and I still think that I can do that, but I thought I'd be, you know, a little further along. Its weight went from 30.1 gram to 24.8, so 6 grams instead of 7 like last time, but you know, it's okay. We're still getting there. I still think I can finish that. Now, the first thing that I did finish, I actually finished this like right after the last update, is the Morphe concealer. So it went from 19.9 to 19.8 grams, so there was literally like nothing left. The stopper is actually trapped up in the wand now, but I did make sure to measure it, to weigh it with the stopper, which is why like there's so little actual weight progress. But like 1 or 2 days after I did that and I was done, this is where my empties are for the month, which I'm going to film tomorrow. Next is my Milani Prep Set and Go powder. Kind of thought I'd be done with this by now, but it's got a little bit hanging on. So that is what it looks like. Its weight went from 42.9 to 41.0. Yeah. So almost 2 grams, whereas last time I used up like over 3 grams. So once again, I also had a powder to test this month that I got sent from Influencer. So that definitely ate into a couple of days wear of this, because it might actually be done if I didn't have to test a powder for that. But it'll be done soon enough. I'm not too worried about it. Next is my setting spray, and I have the Smashbox Crystallized Photo Finish Aura Shield Primer Water. Its weight went from 104.2 to 86.2, so, oh wow, that's almost like, that's like 18 grams, which last time, actually it seems like, no, last time I had like a 24 gram drop, so that one's a little bit less too, especially once you look at the bottle, you can see that. So I was thinking last time that I probably had about 2 months left, but because of that, you know, that smaller progress, it might take me 2 months now to finish it, which, you know, kind of sucks. Next is my bronzer contour palette. I'm panning the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster palette this year. Here's what it looked like last time. And here's what it looks like today. As you can see, I did repress the bronzer. And I think that's actually going to be done by about next month as well. Its weight went from 15.5 to 14.8. And for my blush, I have the Balms blush in Vanilla. Here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. Its weight didn't change. It's still 2.8 grams. I didn't use this a lot. I was using kind of other things, so I don't even know if that really looks any different, but I did use it at least a couple of times, so it got some usage. All right, so next is my highlight. Oh, it's not an update unless I drop something. Anyways, I'm panning this little, technically an eyebrow highlighter, but it's because it's shimmery, I don't want to use it under my eyebrow, so I just use it on my face. It is the, I don't remember the exact name of this, and it's not like on here, but it's like just a cream highlighter. Here is the paper progress. And that is how much I still have. I thought this was going to go faster, but it's not, so that's not too big of a deal. But it went from 11.7 grams to 11.5. Next is my La Mercier Caviar Stick in Intense Copper. Here is the paper progress right here. And here is what it looks like. It's starting to slant again, so I need to make sure to keep it as even as possible because that's the best way to show the progress on it. I actually do think that I'll be finished with this by the end of the year, which I wasn't entirely sure if I could finish this by the end of the year when I first put it in, but I wanted to work on something in this category, so. But I'm glad that it's moving right along. And its weight is still at 7.1 grams, but those just don't show much in the in weight progress. I've learned that. Next is my NYX HD Eye Primer. It went from 14.0 grams to 13.8. Only 0.2 grams. Like I said, didn't wear a lot of makeup in the past 30 or so days, but I still think this will be done by the end of the year, if not earlier. I'm not too worried about it. Next, for an eye pencil, I have a liquid liner. It's the Ciate London Starstruck eyeliner. It's the one that has the star stamp on one side. I used this like 10 times. It didn't show any weight progress. And I did use the star stamp at least once, but it is still at 5.9 grams. I'm not surprised. I'm just going to keep using it until it dries up. And it's kind of old, so it might dry up in a couple of months, at least the eyeliner side, and that's all that I'm really worried about. Next, for my eyebrow highlight pencil, I'm doing the Benefit Highbrow Pencil. Here's the paper progress. I was actually surprised to get another sharpen out of it, but I did manage to kind of squeak that in. I don't think I'm going to be able to sharpen it anymore, honestly, so once this gets flat, I might try to sharpen it, but I don't think it's going to sharpen. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to turn it anymore in my sharpener. And its weight went from 4.6 to 4.2. Next is my second empty. It's my brow pencil. It's the Shop Missy brow pencil. Here is the paper progress. Really didn't have a lot left of this. There is like the tiniest bit left on here, but it scratches my brows, so I'm not that worried about it. I mean, for $1 pencil, I got several months of use out of this, so I'm very happy with what I got. And if you like triangular shaped brows, I suggest going on the Shop Missy website and giving this a look. Next is my color corrector palette from Bella Pierre. Here's what it looked like last time. And here we are today. The green pen is definitely expanding by a lot. The orange one a little bit less, but it is still expanding. You know, we're getting there on it, and that's what counts. Even if I don't finish this up this year, I'll keep working on it in the next year more than likely, at least the green shade. The orange shade, it's not a great color match for me. I've said this before, it's a little dark for me, and I don't use the purple because I don't need a purple corrector, so once I finish up the green, I will decide if I want to keep going on the orange, but I at least want to finish up the green. Because the green is actually like good in my shade and everything. Next is lip liners. I have the, where'd you go, you little booger? Anyways, I have the Ulta Michelle lip liner. Here's the paper progress. I am actually panning another lip liner that's actually under this bite lip, so this does not get used every time I wear makeup, but as long as I finish this by the end of the year, I don't really care. Here's what it looks like. It needs a sharpen, but I just decided not to. I still think this will only take me like a couple of months, maybe a little less depending on how much I wear makeup. My Ulta liquid lipstick, I think I might have worn it once. Its weight still hasn't changed. I'm not that worried about it. So I finished a couple little liquid lipstick minis in here. If I get that done by the end of the year, that'll be great, but at the same time, I'm not super worried about it. Let's see, next is the Tristique Matte Lip Crayon. Here's the paper progress. Its weight didn't change. It's still at 6.8 grams, but I did make some visible progress on it, and that, as always, makes me happy. Whew. Next is my third empty, and it is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine in Radiant Rose. Its weight went from 13.5 to 11.0. I don't have the stopper in here, but I did include that in the weight. So, like, there's some at the bottom, but that is like the dregs. And as you can see, I cleaned this out as best I could with just the actual wand. So I'm not worried about the rest of it. I only finished that on like the 10th of this month, so I'm just not super concerned about it. It's done. I have 2 mini lip glosses and 2 other project pans, so I'm just going to work on them. Hopefully I don't roll up any more lip products. As far as project pans are concerned, I am working on plenty. I don't need any more. So next is my lip scrub. It is the LA Colors Sugar Lip Scrub. Here is the paper progress. Not a lot. Here is what it looks like. I am actually contemplating depotting this into a tub because, as you can see around here, the packaging is starting to get wet just from using it in the shower like I do. But that kind of freaks me out. But if I do depot it, I will compare weights as best I can, and I'm also going to scoop out what's, you know, anything that's down here. I'm going to scoop that out as well if I do decide to do that. But potted lip scrubs, I tend to go through a little bit faster than I am with this. Like, this thing is just not moving. But I'm not getting a lot of product off of it when I use it either, so we shall see. But I do figure if I depot it, I'll probably finish it up a little bit faster than I would have in the stick. But if I carve out everything that's, you know, down below the plastic, I won't feel bad. And also, I paid $1 for that thing. I'm not worried if some of it kind of goes to waste or whatever. I'm really just not. Sorry. Next is my Sesame Top Coat. This is my nail product. I don't have a new mark because the product's basically underneath the line that I made last time. Its weight went from 52.8 to 52.2. I really want to finish this by the end of the year, but I still have like half a bottle left. Now, I know this thing starts to solidify before you can usually finish up the whole thing, so we'll see, but my nails actually are painted right now. They're a very light color, but I need to redo them. They're starting to chip really badly, so hopefully tomorrow or the next day I will remember to redo my nails. Now, another thing that I couldn't really draw a new line on is my perfume, which is Chance by Chanel. I just kept forgetting to wear it. I am wearing it today. I wore it twice today, actually, because I took a shower in the middle of the day, so I put it back on. But, yeah. It's one that I think might be right under the line. I wasn't thinking I was going to finish this year anyway. This is literally the only perfume that I own right now. I'm really not that worried about it. I want to finish it eventually because Chanel's not cruelty-free, but, you know, it's fine. Next is something that I could not get a proper weight on. It is my body product. It is the Cerave Healing Ointment. And this is big tub right here. And I have used it, not a ton, because I mostly use it on my hands and feet. But I have used it. However, the weight is higher than from last time. So either it got weighed wrong last time, or it's getting weighed wrong this time. Because last time it was 399.8. Now it's showing it like 403. And I'm like, how can I use it, but it go up? So maybe it's a problem with my scale. Like, it might be at that tipping point of Can't really get a correct weight on it anymore. I don't know, but I have used it. I just can't tell by the weight. So I've started to like dig in here versus it was just kind of, it wasn't smooth all the way over. It had been used a few times, but I've definitely used it a few more. So next is my final empty. Literally finished it this morning. It's the skin product. It's my Hanskin Real Complexion Hyaluronic Skin Essence. There is a tiny bit at the bottom, but it won't come out, even though it's literally like a big open mouth. It just seems to like collect around the sides of the open bottle. I can't get it out, so I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I apparently put a good hurting on this in the last month because its weight went from 91.4 to 75.5, and we still got probably the equivalent of a use that I can't seem to quite get out of the thing, so I'm happy. I'm very happy because I hate this packaging. I prefer a pump, a dropper, anything else, because I spilled so much of this when I first started using it because of clumsiness, and I've still spilled a good bit now and then. Just, I'm glad that it's done. And finally, where'd I put you? Yep, here it is. My hair product, this is still showing good progress, but taking the same amount of baths and showers in the past month, haven't worn makeup as much, so that's why some things are showing better progress than others. This is the Cerave Max the Volume Pumped Up Body Lightweight Moisturizing Lotion. I used this today as well, actually. It went from 175.8 to 155.6, so 20 grams, that's definitely one of my better updates, if not my best update. Last time was a pretty good update too. See, I think this will take me all year, but I think I will finish it by the end of the year, because if you tap on it and listen to where the sound changes, it seems like it's about here. So as long as I keep using it, I figure I'll use it up probably by the last update or finale, but it'll get used up. So that is it. I'm not sure what I'll finish by next time. It really depends on how much makeup I wear by the next update. I fully intend to finish this. I think I will finish the bronzer out of my bronzer contour palette trio thingy. Past that, I don't know. Oh, let's see. Let me see if I can get it. Hopefully this will be done too, but like I said, I really don't think I can get another sharpen out of this, so I'm not too worried about it. And like I said, next time, depending on what I roll in my Project Pan Roulette, I will add for the categories that I didn't in this update. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!